The NASCAR Winston Cup racing on Fox, presented by Michelin. We're at Darlington Raceway, right near Florence, South Carolina. There's a look at the new grandstands, turn 4 and turn 1, from our Budweiser aerial coverage. Jeff Gordon leading Mark Martin by 0.7 of a second.
They're all three right there together. Gordon, Mark Martin, and Elliott Sadler, they're all just kind of right there together.
Dave Blaney is 3.5 seconds off the lead. Ricky Craven 4 seconds back, and Kurt Busch 5 seconds back. Our pole sitter, Elliott Sadler's had quite a day. Here's Matt.
Mike, he's gone from tight to loose, tight to loose. We told you in that last stop, he was so loose on the last run, he could barely keep it off the wall. They made an air pressure wedge adjustment. Now Elliott says the car is on the tight side. And Larry Mack, one interesting note, crew chief Raymond Fox III told Elliott that they made a bit of an air pressure adjustment on the inner liner to help out his loose condition.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, what you can do, remember that inner liner is a tire within a tire. It's a safety tire inside that radial tire. And you normally run it about 15 pounds more air pressure than the outer tire. That's to keep the air pressures from equalizing between the two. But you can also soften the spring rate of one of those tires, or all of those tires, by dropping that inner liner pressure. You just got to make sure you don't get it too close to the outer tire pressure, or you end up with that equalized tire that'll be a vibration.
You saw how close the front three are. Look at 4th and 5th right here. Dave Blaney and Ricky Craven. Blaney's best Darlington finish, 19th, September of '01, and he is hunting his first top 5 Winston Cup finish.
Well, he's done a yeoman's job today, Mike. I don't care where he finishes, because he's been up front all day. The cars look good, and I just get excited for him and for Booty, because I just know how this is just exciting for them too.
All right, everybody's a man of new tires now. They'll come back to you. Good boy, Dave. Just ride now. Just ride. Don't do anything stupid.
Don't you wish you could just reach out and put your arms around the neck of that crew chief sometimes? Jeannie?
Well, that has been a recurring theme in the 77 pit. Robert Booty Barker telling his driver to just relax. Dave Blaney is feeling the stress of the cars behind him. Booty keeps reminding him, we've got to save those tires. We've got to have rubber at the end of this thing, so just be smooth. Good job on the corners. Stay smooth.
Yeah, I mean, it's so important here. We heard Bobby Hamilton after the Truck Series race the other day, the Craftsman Truck Series race, said he never raced anybody all day long. He raced this racetrack. He said he even caught himself wanting to race somebody and said, no, I can't do it. I'll overwork my tires in my car.
Yeah, you just don't want to drive in the corner so hard that you make the car do an extra slide. It's going to slip around, and there's nothing you can do about that. You just don't want to make it work harder than it has to.
12 cars on the lead lap. Michael Waltrip is 10th of 12. Matt Kenseth and Mike Skinner behind him. His teammate Dale Jr. just ahead. Let's go to Michael's pit, and here's Steve.
Mike, on the most recent restart, Michael Waltrip restarted 6th. He's now down to 10th. His crew chief, Slugger Labby, giving him similar advice as Booty Barker is to Dave Blaney, saying, hey, be patient. The tire pressures will come up, and the car will come in for you. We are set up for the long runs. If this thing goes green, we can win this race.
Here's the thing, Larry and Jeff and Mike, too. The sun's out. I mean, I guarantee you right now this track is different than it's been since we've been here all weekend long. Some of these cars are coming. Some of these cars like that and are taking to it, and others are not very happy right now.
And there you see his crew chief, Slugger Labby. And just remember, Darrell, Steve, they're making the adjustments on the car.
About 2 to 3 tenths this run, same time in. Be patient, man.
There you hear him giving a little direction to Michael. But the adjustments they're making on this car, they're having to make during this race. They weren't able to practice this car after wrecking in practice with 10 minutes to go.
The testing really paid off for them, because it gave them a place to start with their backup car.
Jeff Gordon has led 31 laps. He's our leader. Mark Martin has led 71 laps and has caught the leader.
Yeah, we're going to have some good little race here in a minute. And when they get to racing each other, Elliott Sadler right back there behind them will get up there, and we're going to have us a three-way battle for the lead.
One thing I've seen today, Darrell, is that Mark Martin has taken his time passing cars. He catches them. He's in no rush. He waits until the opportunity comes to him without using up a lot of his race cars.
Yeah, this is a Mark Martin kind of day.
Just saw him go by Mike Skinner in the 4 car. I think what Mike did, but he did what he needed to do. He was on the tail end of the lead lap. I think he overdrove his race car. He was able to stay out in front of the leaders over 30 laps, but I think it finally he used his stuff up. he wants to try to stay with these guys, still hoping that Jeff would let him back on the lead lap should a caution come out.
Matt Yoakum's in the leader's pit.
The radio on the 24 team has been silent over the past few laps. Finally, at lap 220, Gordon spoke and said the car is now really tight. They told him how many laps were left. He said, look, we've got almost 70-plus laps to go. We just got to hang on and just keep managing our own race.
See Mark taking his time, getting past Mike Skinner, not using up a lot of car, but he's going to have a mirror full of Elliott Sadler pretty soon.
We just saw Kevin Harvick in the 29 car. He came to pit road. Remember, he was involved in one of those wrecks a little bit earlier. He's 7 laps down. Just really came in here optimistic about this racetrack and this race, and they really have had a bad day.
They had a good run in the truck series the other day. He ended up having engine problems, but he led the race a while. You know, he was feeling pretty racy when they started.
Gordon the leader, Martin second, Sadler third, Blaney fourth, and Ricky Craven from Maine in fifth. Dick Berggren's in his fifth.
Craven started in 31st position. His crew chief is Scott Miller. Can you get 4 more spots?
Well, our car's really good on long runs, and if it goes long, we'll see what we can do. But those 4 in front of us are really strong, and we got a couple challenges from behind. So we're just going to stay after and see what we can get here.
Craven's best track probably is Rockingham. This place is very similar to Rockingham, so it's no surprise that Ricky Craven is having a great day today, Mike.
Spent a lot of today in the top 5, and for most of the day, he's been the fastest Pontiac in the field.
And Larry, I don't know what the Pontiac teams have found. Maybe it's just Darlington and the Pontiac works good here. But, you know, with the way Nadeau qualified and ran before he had trouble, now Craven up there, looks like these Pontiac boys are getting their act together.
And, of course, Mike Skinner has been running up near the front all day as well, so I believe you're absolutely right. Starting to figure that balance out in downforce.
4 Chevrolets, 5 Fords, 1 Dodge, 1 Pontiac on the lead lap here in Darlington.